Why Britain is the center of the world, supposedly. The British ego, ladies and gentlemen. God willing, I will prove that the British Empire was not the biggest. Spain committed no genocide, and more stuff. Almost every top 10 biggest empires list says Brits are number one. Like this one. They're all wrong. They always put the Spanish in 5th place, which is very off, as I will prove. And they always put the British first, the Mongols second. If you are gullible, you will believe that the Brits are number one. If you are stupid, you will believe Earth is only land. As you can see in this scientific chart, Earth is more water than land surface-wise. According to our calculations, not taking into account that most of Earth is water, the British ruled most of Earth. So not taking into account most of Earth, the British ruled most of Earth. That is so intelligent. Your Honor, ignoring most of Earth, Brits had most of Earth. It appears so. Objection. Most of Earth is water. The Brits sing of ruling waves. They know they count. Nobody lives in oceans. That's why they aren't counted. You're a hypocrite when you say oceans don't count because of a lack of people, while you count deserts, which are mostly uninhabited. Disgusting double standards. Only by cheating do the Brits appear to get first place. Let me elaborate. Seas don't count because no people, they say. Well, then most of Australia doesn't count. But you hypocrites count it. You hypocrites. Having the biggest fleet at the time is a red herring fallacy. The issue isn't that, but rather how many oceans were monopolized. And the Brits never monopolized even one, as a map of French islands in every ocean proves. So the Spanish Emperor Felipe II during the Iberian Union had much more of the earth than any brutish monarch. Lol. I originally laughed out loud when I typed that. Brits never monopolized even one ocean. Brits had to share all oceans with the French and the others, like the Spanish and the Germans and the Dutch. So, even in their heyday, or one of their heydays, the Spanish wrecked the British, their giant, numerically superior armada, at Cartagena de Indias in what is now Colombia. Did Brits control even half of any ocean? So overrated. Brits had the most land, yes. But Earth is more water than land, let's not forget. Brits had to share every single ocean. I repeat to make it very clear how the British do not have the biggest empire. You second place losers. Never will you be first. Now compare to the Mongol Empire. Mongols are not in second place as most top 10 lists claim. They should be third maximum. The Mongol Empire drowns in a Spanish lake, the Pacific Ocean. It actually fits inside only half of it. It doesn't even make up more than half of the Spanish lake, which is just one of the lakes. Just one whale had more worth than an entire British or Mongol wasteland. A view of whale fishery, 1790, from Captain Crook's voyages. Oceans don't count. Hypocrites. Brilliant sand to sell in London. Sand has more worth than all whales. One grain of sand is better than all life. Quick, Jeeves, add this grain to make our empire bigger. This grain counts, but not the Pacific Ocean, lest the Spanish beat us. God forbid. This grain counts, but not the Pacific Ocean. Extreme cheating. Extreme stupidity, Brits. Australia has had lots of gold, but my argument stands, 'cause most square kilometers are goldless wastelands. Golden is the minority in this wasteland-filled country, as that map proves. Therefore, even with gold accounted for, most of Australia is worthless by the no people, don't count it standard anti-Spaniards use. Spain uniquely monopolized the biggest oceans in the cosmos, and I'm not exaggerating. During the Iberian Union, the Spanish emperor owned all Portuguese realms for 60 years. So most of the world was Spanish property. Spanish, 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 Spanish. Whether you like it or not, it's Spanish. Español. Ha. Drake did sail at this time, but he was just a mosquito who avoided Spain's strength, so his puny existence could not count as England sharing the Caribbean in the true sense. He was just a thief in the Spanish pool, running away when the master came to his house. If Spain did not monopolize the oceans because Drake and other envious pirates were active at times, then Mare Nostrum would be a lie, for the ancient Romans had to share with at least one pirate every year. Oh look, one pirate. The Roman Empire can't call it our sea anymore, Mare Nostrum, because they have to share it with that pirate. So tell me, anti-Spaniards, did Rome own the Mediterranean in its heyday? According to the Wikipedia page for Drake's assault on Panama, the English tried to capture San Juan in Puerto Rico, but they failed, which discouraged the pirate Drake, and he decided to sail away in search of easier prey. Likes to pick on the weak. Drake is like a bully, preying on the weak points in the Spanish Empire. Weak points in the Spanish Empire? Pirates like Drake, the might of the Spanish Empire. Now, the English attempted to dislodge the defenders, but they were repelled and suffered heavy casualties. By the way, this is the English Wikipedia, so this is anti-Spanish because English nations, English-speaking nations, are biased against Spain by default. The English retreated, and the Spanish were victorious in Drake's assault on Panama. The English were set upon by angry Spanish residents, supremacy villagers. The English party were then massacred, and the pirate Drake suffered from severe dysentery. That's bloody diarrhea, I think. That happens to Spaniards too. Anyway, Drake succumbed. Good riddance. The Spanish Armada failed because the Spanish Emperor wanted it to. Stay tuned for the proof in the next video, God willing.